What's up, y'all? Welcome to the director's cut. Nah, I'm still on my Rocky mode. Go check out Rocky 4, Rocky versus Drago, the ultimate director's cut. Yo, but I'm here to talk about, I think, the last episode of Will Smith's YouTube original show, Best Shape of My Life. Looks like Will came back in and completed his goal. Got down to losing his weight. This one was called Family Therapy, where he had all his children in there, his ex-wife. Jada wasn't at the table for some reason, but his ex-wife was there, and he was reading different versions of his book to his family, and it got real emotional. They would come in and hold his hand, and he'd start crying, and he was kind of embarrassed, but his family was there for him, and I just like seeing how they're all kind of tight knit. Even his ex-wife, and he talked about where he had his first son. I'm trying to think of his first son's name, not Jaden, but with his first wife. Can't think of his name, but he was talking about he was young when he had him, and he was like scared that would he be able to keep food on the table and a roof over his head, and he wished he had his dad there with him. And it was just real emotional looking at him, concerned, that he could raise his family. He wasn't as big back then as he is now, of course. So, if it was now, it'd be no problem. But back then, he was wondering, was he able to handle the task ahead? And he talks about, they actually bring in an interview his dad did. I think it was 2016 or something. And he said how I guess he was saying he was a good dad, but there were points where he wished he wouldn't have reacted so fast to things and been so abrasive. So, we've all been abrasive when we shouldn't have been, but, Will has the utmost respect for his dad. He molded him, to be a hard worker, never give up. That's one of the reasons he didn't quit Best Shape of his life, because of that brick story I told you, that his dad had him, build that wall with his brother Harry. So, his dad, growing up back then was just rough period for black folks. So his dad had a lot of stress, I'm sure, and that just carried over into his family life, but he shouldn't have taken it out on his wife. But I'm sure all's forgiven, with her, and Will's still emotional over it. Can you blame him? But it was just good to see how his family had his back. He talked about the point where his daughter Willow had completely shaved her head. I guess she was going through something, and you could tell his children really respect him, and they had his back, and he just let the tears fly. He talked about how important it is in this point of his life to be authentic, not presenting the rapper Will Smith version of the Fresh Prince or the actor. He wants to present, he wants to be authentic and show the people what he's really thinking and what he's doing. So he finished his goal. I figured he would. Lost his weight. He's still jogging. You can see his shoulders coming in. I think he's down at 200 or 201. Anyway, he's right there. So I really enjoyed this Best Shape of My Life. Season 2, I wonder what it's going to be about, especially if he stays in this kind of shape. So I really enjoyed Best Shape of My Life. Out of 5 thumbs up, I give it a 5. Kept me watching and looking forward to each episode. So shout out to Will Smith for sharing his life with us. And YouTube Originals, that's a good one. Anyway, thank you for watching again, if I hadn't said that. This is the J. Roos Theory. Make sure to subscribe and be fearless. Yay, yay.